In this video we're going to look at enlargements. We have a square here, side 1, length 1. And we have an enlargement of it, side 3, length 3. And I'm going to ask what the scale factor is. The scale factor is how much bigger or how much smaller it's after getting. Well, to get the scale factor, we look at the length of the image side. Just to note, this is the original, this is the image. It's after getting bigger. If the image is after getting bigger, then the scale factor must be more than 1. If the image is after getting smaller, the scale factor must be less than 1. Okay. So in this, our scale factor is the length of the image side, which is 3, over the length of the image, the length of the original side, which is 1. And that gives us a scale factor of 3. If we started with the big one and the image was the small one, well then you'd have a scale factor of 1 over 3, which would be a third. And that would make sense because the image would be getting smaller, therefore the scale factor would be less than 1. So now we're going to look at drawing enlargements. Okay, here's how we do it. If I want to draw the image to a scale factor of 3, so the image of this rectangle to a scale factor of 3, here's what I do. I'll pick a point, okay, we'll go here. And what I do is, you're going to have to forgive me now for not being overly neat with this. What I do is, I draw a straight line from that point through the vertices and I continue that line. Now, scale factor of 3. So what I do now is, I measure the distance from that point to the vertices. And the scale factor is 3, so then I go back to this point again and I measure 3 times that distance. So 1, 2, 3. So that point there is my other vertices for the bigger image. I do it again. So I draw it through there, and I keep going. And again I measure from this point to here, and then I go 3 times that amount. That'll get me here. I do it again for this vertices. I get to here. I do it again for the other vertices to here. Now look what I have. My rectangle, my image, scale to a scale factor of 3. If, for example, I was given the big image and I wanted a scale factor of 1/3, here's what I do. Again, I draw we call it the center, and I bring the line from that to the center. Now, the distance from here to here is such a length, and what I do is I get 1/3 of that length, right, and I measure it back here, so it'll be about here. I do the same with the other ones. I join back, get 1/3 of the length, and I go to here. Again, 1/3 of the length will get me to here. 1/3 of the length will get me to here. And look, there's my smaller image to a scale factor of 1/3. Enlargements and area next. So let's say this is 3, this is 1, and we increase it by a scale factor of 2. Well then, this will be 2 multiplied by 3, and this will be 2 multiplied by 1. So this then will be, we'll call this side A, we'll call this side B. So the area of that is A multiplied by B. And over here then we have 2A multiplied by 2B, which in actual fact is 2 squared a b. If you notice here, this is a multiplied by b, we can call that ab. And look at this. This is the scale factor. Okay, because look, the scale factor was 2. So, if we're looking up here, let's say the scale factor, let's say I call it k. Well, then what that means is, if the area of a object is a multiplied by b, and the scale factor then of the image is k, ka multiplied by kb, well then the area of the image is k squared ab. So in simple language, if you want to get the area of a scale factor, just multiply a by b, get your scale factor, square it, and multiply your ab by the scale factor squared. Okay. So I suppose, just in very simple language, if we have an area of an image here, or the area of an object, the area of its image is increased by the scale factor squared. Similarly then, if I have a 3D object, and that's increased by a scale factor of whatever, we call it k again. But if the area of this is, I know we just say x, well then the area of the enlarged image will be whatever the area of this is multiplied by the scale factor cubed. Okay, so I'll give you an example. We have a cube here and its area is we'll say 16 centimeters cubed, and let's say then we have a bigger version, then it's say it's 32 by 32 by 32. Well, that scale factor then is 2, because we've this side and this side. The difference is not the difference, but if we put one over the other, look, 32 over 16, we get 2. So there's a scale factor here of 2. So okay, so likewise with this is volume. We have an object, and the object is, its volume is A multiplied by B multiplied by C, which is A, B, C. So likewise with this, the scale factor is 2. To get the area of the image, it's Ka multiplied by Kb multiplied by Kc, which in fact is K cubed A, B, C. So in actual fact, if I have the volume of this and I want to get the volume of that, I just multiply the volume of the original one by whatever the scale factor is cubed.